have with us today?
Our host.
You're the announcer.
I'm
the host.
Steven's.
Just
keep going.
Oh my God.
Just keep
Steven's
going.
the host.
Oh,
Because
keep
you
going.
guys are all so
Just
dumb.
keep going.
Erica Rhodes is on the show today. She is on At Midnight. She was on Prairie Home Companion, but she doesn't like talking about that. She's also on Veep, and she was on Modern Family with the tall fat gay guy, which is pretty cool. And we got Mike Glazer, and Mike Glazer's awesome and recently single. So Erica, Mike, let's kind of make that happen. Matt Walker is the producer of the nighttime show. And we have your host, the amazing, the sexy, the awesome, Steven Kramer Glickman.
Wow.
You outdid yourself, Robbie.
You really did. You're even worse than I thought it could be. Wow, Robbie, that was a hell of an intro. You are just a prince among men.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. But more importantly, Erica Rhodes. Wow. Just an angel among douchebags in this town. You just float around sweetly, and you have to deal with all of these awful people.
I know, it's
all the
rough.
time.
It's rough.
How is this town for you? You're originally from Boston,
Yep.
right? Even though
and
Matt Walker.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna name him, but I was gonna say someone here is wearing a Boston Sex T-shirt.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's
And
me.
proudly.
Proudly.
Apparently,
Terrible town.
Even though he looks like he
It's an
could
awful
be
place.
from Boston, he looks like he's got Irish blood.
Yeah, he does.
I don't.
Right?
Scottish.
Scottish.
Same
That's
thing.
why.
Different place.
Same idea.
If you're from Boston and you're a fan of Erica, please go to MattWalkerSucks.com.
MattWalkerSucks.com. You can tell me what you
Yes.
think
and
there.
just shit all over Matt
It's a real
Walker
place.
because he really deserves it. He's the worst.
My question is the Boston Sucks T-shirt for Boston, or is it for the band Boston?
The city of Boston.
Can't be both.
I like the band Boston.
Oh my God.
oh boy, that would have been acceptable
Yeah.
if it was.
Why don't you just tell her that you hate the band?
Yeah.
I like the band
Come on.
more than a feeling. It's a good song. What do you want from me?
That's how I feel sometimes more than
More than a feeling.
Hey, fans.
I tend to like
fans,
bands named after cities.
Fans listening to the show, if you guys ever want to know how not to get laid forever. No, okay. So let's start with this. Erica.
Yes.
You came out here how long ago? How long did you come out
10
to LA?
years ago.
10 years
Yeah.
ago.
Were you 12?
About that. Yeah, I came when I was about 2.
Oh my God, really?
yeah.
Wow, 2 years old?
Yeah, I was
my
a
God.
prodigy
Oh my God.
at something.
And you just moved
Sure
moved
what.
out by yourself?
Yeah.
Lived on your own? Does your family live out here too?
No.
No, they're all
Boston.
back home.
Boston. My sister lives in Oklahoma. I've got family in Minnesota.
Oh my
No one
God.
lives here.
Oh my Lord. Are you all by yourself out here? You don't
I
have any
am.
family?
By the way, I like
No.
Oklahoma and Minnesota. Both good places.
Oh.
Big fan of those two places.
Why don't you wear that T-shirt?
Yeah.
Big fan of Oklahoma, Minnesota.
I don't think they make those T-shirts.
Yeah, no one's a fan of those places.
Yeah, actually, it's way too cold.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, but the cheapest gas I ever bought was in Oklahoma. I have a fond memory of paying 69 cents a gallon for gas in Oklahoma one time.
In 1947.
1999.
Oh my God.
Wow.
69 cents a gallon?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, your career, I know that you don't like, it's not that you don't like talking about it.
No, I'm
but
fine talking about it. It's
your
just that I talk
career-
about it
you
all
talk
the
about it
time. Yeah, yeah.
No, I
yeah.
totally get it.
Yeah.
And you have like an actual career on actual shows. But in
more
this.
or less.
Yeah. But before. But
But
like
for the NPR listeners out
Yes.
there,
you
the
started.
public television watching people out there.
Yes.
You started on the
radio
Prairie
people.
Home Companion.
I did.
Now, how old were you when you got on that
10.
show? How did that happen? Will you just give
The
us a
short
brief?
version is that he married my aunt.
Who did?
Garrison Keeler married
Yeah.
my aunt.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like that.
So he's my uncle.
Ah.
That's
my
a short version because I'm sick of telling
Yeah.
the longer
Oh, I
longer
love
version
it.
is that my mom is a violinist in Boston. She grew up in Anoka, Minnesota, which is Garrison's hometown too. She did a fundraiser for her orchestra and asked Garrison to come and do a fundraiser to help raise money
And you
for
paid
her
him
orchestra.
with your aunt.
Basically my mom made a sacrifice
Sure.
on her.
You can have my sister.
Yeah, you can
if you come to our fundraiser.
I'll make a deal with you. I got this hot sister.
Love
so
it.
they met first and they got along really well. And then my mom was like, you should meet my sister, and set them up. And then
God.
I was there too.
So before you wound up
I
on
was
that
a
show, like,
kid.
did you know that you wanted to be involved in show business? Like, were you like in
Well, I
plays
was
in
really
school?
into
or-
ballet. I was like a dancer and really serious about it. And so he came at one point and saw me in the Nutcracker, and I was like dancing. And then we all went out to dinner afterwards. And I think I said like a couple words, but my voice is really high.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember him looking over like, huh? Like, that's the sound that came out of that person.
Yeah.
I think I was like, pass the salt. And it was like a really hot. And the next day my mom was like, he wants you on his show. And I had no idea what the show was or anything.
Because you weren't 87 years old.
Yeah, and I didn't. I just was all over the place. You know, all I cared about was ballet. And then when I got there, we did one read through. I played his conscience. So I was like, you need to call your mother. You need to do your income tax. You need to file your income tax return and things like that.
Hilarious.
And it was like a really big part. We did one read through, then we did the performance. And
How many people
was-
were at the performance?
like thousands.
Oh
it's like
my
it's a live show, so it's like thousands of people.
Were you nervous about?
No, I don't remember being nervous. I remember they gave me like a box to stand on because I was really little. I couldn't even reach the mic.
Oh my God.
And I shared a dressing room with Allison Janney because she was a regular on the show.
Oh my God.
And she was really nice to me, and she taught me my first vocal
Yeah,
warm up.
Just like on this
you know.
podcast, it's done in front of thousands of people
Yeah,
watching them
yeah,
do
like
it.
it's
Just like this podcast.
It's just like this.
We are-
thousands of people laughing
We actually.
and laughing.
Oh God, there's so many people. Can you put in some laugh track into this show?
Just
God,
insert
that
laugh
would be
track.
so good. We actually record our show live from Genghis Cohen, which is my favorite Chinese restaurant in Los Angeles. And I've had dinner here with family. I've had dinner here with Jeff Ross, the comedian, and all sorts of other
Wow. Yeah, I've
comics.
had dinner here with my manager a couple times.
Yeah, it's a fun.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
nice
good
place.
place.
A nice
Good
place.
Chinese. You know, it's hard to find good Chinese restaurants in LA, to be honest.
They
Yeah,
have to
there
be run by
really
Jews.
isn't.
There really is.
Yeah.
Do you
In
know,
the
I
heart
can't-
of Los Angeles, yeah. If you really want authentic Chinese food, you go to Monterey Park. That's where you go.
Really?
Monterey
Yeah.
Park.
I came
Yeah.
here for Christmas dinner. Can you believe that?
Oh, I'm totally with you on that.
Yeah.
I've been here for Christmas dinner too.
Really?
Yeah, with
Oh.
well, my
it's
whole
because
Jewish
you're a
family.
Jew. Like, you don't
Yeah,
care.
'cause
Well, Jews
It's
were
the thing.
supposed
Like,
to
so you do.
eat
You
Chinese
Chinese
food.
food on Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, no, I always like because this place originally was a kosher Jewish
Yeah,
restaurant
that's
because
what I
that's why it's
heard.
called Genghis Cohen.
Right.
And then they were like, it's just be like Jewish style, you know. So
There's
they
nothing
still,
Jewish about it.
No, there's nothing
Yeah.
Jewish about it, but it's still
Just the
really damn
clientele.
good.
Just the name. Oh, yeah, and the clientele.
Exactly.
And the fact that they're
Hilarious.
open on Christmas.
Sure,
Yeah.
of course.
You have to really make
There used to be a
reservations.
Chinese restaurant in Pico Rivera I used to go to called OK Chinese Food. That was the
Uh-huh.
name. And I was like,
Like,
All
okay,
right.
Cupid, but
yeah, it was OK Chinese food. I was like, and it was okay. Like, I was like,
it was okay.
they're not setting the bar too high for themselves. So I went there and I was like, it's $3 for the lunch special. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was all right.
It was
Yeah, it was
okay.
good. I'll come back.
Sure.
Yeah.
So when you came out to Los Angeles 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just in this town,
Mm-hmm.
have you met anyone? Have you
No, nope.
dated? Have you dated and had
I
relationships?
have, yeah.
Wait,
Is
no.
this a dating podcast?
No, but just in general.
It is now.
have you-
Is
this one of
Here
It
we
is now. Yeah.
go. We're gonna set you up with this guy. His name is Robbie Carlisle, and I'll tell you what,
Erica,
he
you're
loves.
wonderful,
But not your type.
unless he had a big
Not-
fat black dick. But you know,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wow,
We
Robbie
can make
just
it work.
really went for it.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
Podcast just got rated M for mature. Just
now?
Just now.
Really?
It was clean up to that point,
It
and
was
then we
anything-
just we're fucked.
Not the
Robbie only sleeps with large black men.
Yeah, Robbie, why don't
Okay.
you just say your email address and phone number too?
Yeah.
There you go. Do you know when it comes to dating in this town, entertainers or non?
Yeah, I'm afraid entertainers. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it seems to be.
They're tricky though.
I know. It's
I've
just that
dated-
I
I've
don't
dated a lot of
try
entertainers
to
in this town.
date, and that's who I meet.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's understandable. It's a tricky. It can be
Yeah.
it can be a tricky business to not even. It can be tricky to not date someone in this business because they don't understand what
That
the fuck you're
too.
doing.
Your
Yeah.
schedule's weird.
I've
and
gone
yeah.
on dates with guys like who with normal jobs, and they're so annoying about stand up. Like, it's so brave what you do. Like,
Yeah.
tell me how you do it. Like, so wow. So what's like a normal day for you? And it's annoying.
Oh,
like the
yeah.
the dumb question.
We've all been on that date, I think, where it's
Yeah,
like you
right?
deal
You're
with
like,
that. It's just like
oh.
every time somebody says that it's brave to do stand-up
Yeah,
comedy, I'm
you're
like,
just
well,
like,
if you're terrible, yes, it's brave, but
Yeah,
I'm good at this.
right.
It's not brave. It's just what I do.
Right,
Right?
yeah,
It's like insulting to me to say that it's.
I
Oh,
kinda
it
think
takes
so,
a lot
too.
of balls to do what you do.
Yeah,
I'm
wow.
like, well, you must not think I'm any good, so go fuck yourself.
It's
Like,
kind of condescending
Yeah.
and boring. And
See, the thing though, like I don't want to date entertainers because.
But Robbie,
kinda
it's
like,
really brave for you to be on this podcast.
It really
brave
is.
for
So
you.
brave.
Thank you so much, man.
Bravest man.
I try to have
know.
like an honest moment, and, like,
And I shit all over it.
Exactly.
Okay, please. I'm sorry, Robbie.
I
Interrupt.
was
Please
just
go ahead.
saying, like, I don't like dating other entertainers because it's kind of like dating your coworker.
It is.
it is.
Yeah,
it is.
You're going to see them all the time.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
it's bad.
And if you
It's
have, like, a
not the
bad
best
breakup.
choice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
But
Because they may like be on a show and trying to
Mm-hmm.
get booked on that show.
So you have to have amicable breakups with people if they're in the
Yeah.
business. You
Yeah.
can't shit all over them.
So when you came out here, did you have like agent manager stuff already set up?
no,
or
no, I was
how did that
I
happen?
was an actor, not doing stand up at all, and I went through a bunch of different terrible managers. I think I had like 5 different managers. I booked a web series when I first moved out here on my own that ended up getting like 200 million views, and
What was it
no one
called?
ever heard of it, and it did nothing for my career because the producer had me credited by my character name
Oh.
and
Oh,
not
wow.
my
What
real
was it
name.
called?
It was called Upstairs Girls. Don't look it up. It's
Is it like on Pornhub or something?
no, but like they'd always have like 2 other girls like dressed kind of like slutty, and I was the comedic relief. So they'd like send like, okay, everyone bring a bathing suit, and I'd be like, no, thank you, nope, not happening. They'd be like, and then eventually they're like, except Erica. This is everybody bring these outfits except Erica. Just wear whatever you want because
Yeah, no.
But, yeah.
No, that's hilarious.
my character's name was Sandy. And
Oh,
so I
my
got that
God.
I got a bunch of weird stuff on my own. Like I did that web series and we did like 300 episodes of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was like all
God.
improvised, nothing for my career, nothing.
Yeah.
And then I did like some horror films that I regret
Did
doing.
you scream
Oh,
a lot in those
sure.
movies?
Oh yeah, I was really good at
You
screaming.
get killed a bunch of times?
I auditioned once to scream, and it was the funniest audition because everybody would hear the like girl
Yeah.
before you like ah, and then they'd come out, and we'd all be like, "Really good job."
I love it. You. Long,
So what are some of the
Long
horror
Live-
movies you did?
Long Live the Dead. You were in that.
Oh God, please don't say any of these.
Oh, come on, it's fun.
No. You could say Plague Town's the only one that I'm proud
Plague
of.
Town?
Plague Town.
I'm looking for
What's the one
Plague
you're
Town.
least proud of?
I'm not saying. I'm
Oh.
so not proud of it. I can't even say it out loud.
Is it on
Don't-
IMDb?
No, don't say it.
It's not that
Don't
one?
say it. It's so
Come
bad.
on, we've all been in bad
No,
stuff.
this is
I'm
beyond.
in-
Look,
Let
I
me tell
was
you.
in. Okay.
I'm in the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, no. Well, you haven't seen the movie I'm in then.
That's true. I haven't. So
What's it called?
it's called Tears of a Clown.
Oh,
Tears
it's
of a
a,
Clown with
it's
Don
a-
D.C. Curry.
Okay,
is
that
the star of
sounds
the
like a
movie.
real movie though.
No, it was a movie where the soundtrack was louder than the dialogue, so like you couldn't hear what they were saying.
Probably
it's
for
for
the
the
best.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was, yeah,
for
it
the
was-
best. Perfect. I was in one of the worst movies ever made. The 41-year-old virgin that knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about
you
it.
were a big part of that too.
I was a big part of that, and it was a parody movie of all the Judd
boy.
Apatow movies.
Oh boy.
Why would you want to parody a comedian's movies? I don't know
No.
why, but we did it.
and
It-
apparently it's still in heavy rotation on MTV2 in Canada.
I was
I
in a
still
movie
get-
called 18-Year-Old Virgin,
Oh, no way!
which was also it was like this company that would like spoof other movies, but but they were like really bad, like really low budget.
Yeah.
Really, I think there's a lot of like nudity in it. You know.
Yeah,
not
it was
mine,
National Lampoon. Was it National Lampoon? I think, or no? I'll look it up. Well, but Plague
Is
Town.
it?
Plague Town was
that's
an
okay.
American family visits their Irish roots and accidentally stumbles upon a horde of bloodthirsty mutant children. Plague Town.
That's it.
Sounds good.
It's in the blood.
Yep.
All right, that's
Wow.
going on the
That
Netflix
also
queue.
Yeah, no,
That
no.
one,
that's,
that was my first big movie actually.
that's a big deal.
Yeah,
that's a big
I
deal.
played one of the leads, and I was a bratty sister who is like, you think she's gonna die first, but then she doesn't. Not to give it
Wow.
away, but she, you want her to.
Spoiler alert.
You want her to die, but then she doesn't.
Does she like not die at all?
She, you know what? It's left open ended
doesn't wanna
just in case
keep
there
the
was going to
movie-
be a
oh, okay, so-
sequel, which there never was. But,
Oh man.
yeah.
These bad movies though are like they're magic.
Yeah.
Like they're magic because
They're your favorite thing to drag me to in the theater.
It's my favorite thing. Like I just went to go see what's that movie with this circle? The Circle.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah, the Tom Hanks movie. I just went to go see.
Is it bad?
Oh, it's a fucking horrible movie.
Really?
I loved it.
You loved it?
I had a blast watching
Are you
it.
kidding me?
It was midnight. I was drinking. I was a little high. It was so fun.
I went to go see it with Mike Black, and the whole time we were like, "Oh, so it's a movie where Emma Watson is like gets a job working for like Google, and they've invented these cameras they put everywhere, and they can like see everything, and they basically say like no privacy means
That's just a remake of The Net.
Yeah, that's basically.
That's
but
the
they're
same
like,
movie, right?
They're like no privacy means no secrets, and no secrets means no crime. That's
Really?
like the idea behind it.
So it's just a utopian society?
Where everyone can see everything that everyone can see everyone's emails.
Sounds
everyone
so
can
boring.
see everything.
So what happens?
It sounds like the nude gate from the Oscars like 2 years ago.
Basically, so in it, Emma Watson, they say to her, "Hey, Emma Watson."
Her name's Emma Watson in the movie?
Yeah, they go, "Hey, Emma Watson, we're gonna have cameras everywhere, and no, you'll have no privacy, and you're gonna be on camera all the time in everything you do." And she goes, "Oh, no privacy? Sounds awesome." And then she's cool with it the whole movie. And you're like, and then one of her best friends, who's trying to stay off the grid, he dies in a horrific accident because of them like tracking him down, like and like putting cameras everywhere. And she's like, how I'm gonna get this company back for killing my friend that I never talked to and didn't like very much. You know what I'm gonna do to get him back? I'm going to release all their emails. And so then she releases all Tom Hanks' emails, and he turns to Patton Oswalt, who's also in the movie. And Tom Hanks turns to Patton Oswalt at the moment they realize everyone's going to get to read their emails. And he says this. He goes, "We're screwed." and then at the end of the movie, cuts to like 5 years later, Emma Watson is out there kayaking in the middle of the ocean, and a bunch of drones are following her, and she waves at the drones, and then it pulls back, and you see she's just one of hundreds and hundreds of screens that are being all watched by millions of people. It's like, and that's the end of it.
So they released her emails, and then Donald Trump gets elected.
So she has no problem with privacy.
What's the point of the whole thing?
There's no point.
Privacy is good. I have fucking no idea.
Why is Tom Hanks in this?
You liked this movie, Glazer?
Because he probably made $10 million. That's my guess. I don't know.
How stoned were you?
Very.
Okay.
Right. Okay. All right.
But that's also But I'm a conspiracy guy. Like I love the whole like here's what's happening in the world, and I'm like that is what's happening in the world.
So wait,
That's
is
the thing
this
was
a
like-
comedy? Because Patton Oswalt's
Why is she
in it.
kayaking?
no, it's not a comedy.
No. See, the thing,
What's
Glazer,
She loves kayaking. The character.
You and your
Character loves
pothead
to
conspiracy nuts. Like, here's the thing. Not everyone that smokes pot is into conspiracy theories, but only people who smoke pot are into conspiracy theories.
That's very true.
That would make sense.
Hey, so I as always, we always have Fireball whiskey with us whenever we tape an episode of our show. We had the Kaplan twins on. We gave them a bottle. We give bottles away a lot to people. Sometimes
It's good stuff. People like it.
People love that stuff. I actually have a bottle with me right here, and I'm gonna drink some of it. But if you listen when I open the top of this bottle, you can hear in the bottle. You can hear the Fireball whiskey talking, and it's
You can't hear Fireball talking.
Oh, you totally can. Hang on, let me take the lid off. Ready?
Ayoga, the man. I could be the man.
There
I'm
he is.
gonna be the man today.
That's the
We're
sound.
gonna have fun.
That's the sound of the Fireball
yeah.
whiskey inside
it's
the
like
bottle.
It's like encouraging you.
It does. Hey there, Fireball whiskey.
Hey man,
Hey, I'm so excited. I can't wait to drink you.
man, stick it. Get rid of all this small talk. Just drink me already, so I can have some fun in your
All
tummy,
right,
bro.
get in my tummy. Get in
Woo!
my tummy.
Well, make it happen. Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, How is it down there?
Oh my goodness, dude! It's so cold down here. But like, dude, what the hell did you eat for lunch?
Oh,
Oh my god!
I
It
mean-
smells like dog shit down here, bro.
Oh well, hopefully that Fireball whiskey will make things smell just a
Oh, my
little bit better in
God.
there.
I can't. I'm gonna have to hang out in your stomach for a while, make it smell good. So
Yeah, try.
keep drinking that shit, bro.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna drink a little bit more. Here we go,
Oh
a
my
little
God,
more.
we're friends. Yeah, we're having a party in Steven's stomach.
Drown out these
It's
horrible
awesome.
choices I've made.
Woo!
Oh, Fireball whiskey. Fireball, it makes you feel good and it makes your stomach smell better. All right, back to the show.
Now, you were in a short film that I think Robbie will be very interested in because I looked at the title of it. I don't know anything about it. It's called Black Dick.
Oh boy, here
Really?
we go again.
God.
Here we go
Really?
again. Just drudging. You're just.
Why are you
So
Hey.
tell us about
Drudging
Black
through-
Dick. Robbie
That
wants to
was-
hear about
Is
Black
it
Dick.
like a black version of Richard Nixon?
No.
Okay.
No, but that would be better.
Okay.
No, it was
So tell me about
it
Black
was a
Dick.
short film that a friend of mine made that was this very edgy concept where he wakes up with a black dick.
What would
This
you
little-
do?
Little
He's like a white
guy,
guy.
and I just played the girlfriend who was like, "Oh, yeah."
What would you do if you woke up one
With-
morning and your
yeah.
genitals were not your own?
You know,
That's the plot.
That's a great
it.
log line.
I mean, it was basically a web series.
That's by the way,
I
that's a
love-
much better log line than anything I've read in the last 6 months.
I
I
tried
know.
to get it off my IMDb, but you know.
You know what? I'm trying to get shit off my IMDb
I'm
right
trying to
now.
get like half my stuff off of it.
No.
But
you
doesn't
do.
would that
Look,
count as blackface kind of? Like
no, it's black
No,
dick.
it's actually the opposite.
yeah,
the
no, but like
opposite.
it's like wouldn't that be like kind of like racist?
Racist?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, it's
Like,
probably.
did they show
I
his
didn't
black
write
dick?
it. Don't blame me.
It's
I
not Erica's fault.
Just
I'm
play the
so glad to
girlfriend.
know that this was made because I pitched a sitcom called Testes, and it's
Oh,
about
boy.
a black and white scientist whose dicks switch, and they have to get their balls back while growing a pair.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Were they
I don't
black
know
and
Who did you
white,
pick
like
that to?
black and white cookie?
BuzzFeed.
Well, there you go.
Sounds good. No, it sounds
That
really
sounds like the best quality thing they'd ever put out.
good. All right, we're jumping past into New Girl.
Thank God.
I know.
Jeez.
Look,
Speaking of
I
horrible
say I
productions,
don't
let's
wanna
talk
go
about
on
New
oh,
about-
would you stop about
I
stop?
say I don't
the
want
worst
to go
show.
on and on about Prairie Home Companion. You guys bring up Black Dick, and you bring up all the horror films.
I do
You
have
know
a question
what,
about
though?
In my Boston Sucks shirt.
yeah, I mean, come on.
Look, Erica.
Shit all over Erica Day.
Is this
Erica,
roast?
listen.
Is
No,
this a
Erica.
roast?
Look, your career is solid.
Weird.
Yeah, but it's weird.
Yes.
But it's weird. It is weird, and we all have. If you went through my IMDb, you would see more shit that would make me want to fucking shoot myself in the face.
Boner police.
Let's go through it.
Boner
Let's
police?
go through it right now.
Boner
Absolutely.
police is on
Didn't
here.
you
Pull
like-
out your phone and go to my IMDb and you pull
I
up.
need the pro because wait.
No, just regular IMDb.
No, just regular IMDb. While
he-
we're doing this though, hang on.
Yeah.
New Girl. What did you do on New Girl?
I played a nurse.
Was that fun?
Yeah, it was a very small role.
Who were you in the scene with?
Oh. I kissed two guys. I kissed the guy who played my boyfriend, and then Schmidt. I kissed him.
Nice.
Now, on that show, did they try to make Schmidt a ladies' man? Is that the deal on that show?
Wait, Schmidt is Max Greenfield,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Max
they
Greenfield
tried to
is
make him
the
a-
most attractive Jewish man in the history of Jewish men.
He is.
He is.
No.
He is.
No.
No.
He
No.
may be up there.
No, there's a bunch of people in Hollywood that
No.
lied about being Jewish
Not into
that I'm
him.
sure are way more attractive.
No.
I'm
What?
not really into
'Cause-
him.
No.
I don't buy for 1 second that he's a ladies' man. Like not at all.
No.
You,
No,
you look
he
at him and I
seems
think him like,
gay.
yeah, he's like Ross on Friends, where you're just
too-
like, yeah,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
eh.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's like seems like a nice enough guy, but you're like
Really?
nobody is really
He's
finding
not
him
a
attractive.
ladies' man.
I always thought that
You're
he
a
was-
more attractive Jewish man than he is.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
stop!
not.
You have more charisma.
No, I
true.
don't. You liars!
He's blushing.
Now I'm blushing. That's not nice.
Okay.
Wait, I'm saying nice things. That's weird.
I don't see
know.
anything embarrassing under your IMDb. I don't know what you're talking about. What's
Go-
Kira?
Oh, that was a short film that my girlfriend's friend made, where I played a doctor. Okay.
Okay.
And it was a guy who'd been mutilated. It was a horror film, and in the video, literally 3 seconds before we filmed, I was like, "Hey, can I do an accent?" And he was like, "Yeah, I guess so." And I was like, "Great!" And then I did like a weird German accent. So I was like, "There is something very curious about this
Oh,
man
wow.
who
That's
has
amazing.
been torn apart
That's
And
pretty good.
I've seen the cut, and it's fucking weird. It's real weird.
So that's the only embarrassing thing you have on
Oh, no,
here.
no, no. There's
Boner
other-
Police is on there, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, I've
It's the
got
producer.
under producer.
Oh,
I've got
okay.
lots of
I think,
weird.
didn't you also do like a film that was produced by a Chinese
South.
restaurant or something?
South.
I
Oh,
did,
yeah.
but that's not in there.
It's
That's
not on there?
in there. No, it is not.
Love on a Leash?
Love on a Leash. I am not credited on Love
The
on a
the
Leash.
trailer for that is awesome.
Yeah, Love on a Leash is the worst thing I've ever done. It was about a woman that fucks a dog. Well, I'm sorry. She fucks a man that turns into a dog during the day.
Wow.
So at night-
Yeah,
And-
that's
and-
almost
Man.
as bad as the black dick.
Yeah.
It's up there.
It's up there.
And it was produced and directed by a woman from China who did not speak English very well at all. And so she would make us all speak in broken English because the script was written in broken English.
Wow.
It was written through Google Translate.
Oh my god.
So you're saying stuff like, hi, you are a friend. Nice to see friend. Like stuff like
Wow,
that.
that's hilarious.
And she wouldn't believe that that's not how people talk because that's because she didn't speak
That's
English very well.
really funny.
Now you got to do Comedy Bang Bang, which is one of my favorite shows.
yeah,
ever.
I've had like small roles in all these great shows, but not. I didn't have any big roles.
That's cool. I mean, but now
Mm-hmm.
you're doing fucking great stuff.
I am.
Yes.
you seem surprised about that.
Well,
Yeah,
you got, you got to-
I'm still getting small roles. That's what I haven't had like a big thing.
but you got to be on Veep and you got to be
Yeah.
on Modern Family.
Yeah,
You
Both
should go
small,
to
both small roles.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're out
guest
there.
star.
You're fucking rocking that shit out.
I don't know if that's true.
What about?
So what did you do on Modern Family?
I played an ex-babysitter of the kids of one
okay.
of the kids, and then they run into me at like the computer store. They can't use Apple, and they have porn stuck on their computer, and I'm like the babysitter who is like all wholesome, like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so good to see you. How have you been? And they've got porn stuck in there. Oh, and I'm like, remember when you were, asked me to marry you? And then I imitate. I'm like, I love you, Marianne. And then they're like, okay, and they're like, they want to get away from me. I'm like, okay, we gotta go. And then they leave, and then they find out that I work there, and I'm like, oh, how can I help you?
Oh, nice.
Oh
you know.
shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they run away. That was the
Yeah.
whole scene.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that. That's fun. That's great.
Yeah, it was
funny.
a cute role. That one was the biggest role probably of all the small
And the
roles.
show is huge.
What do you
Yeah.
like of like if you could have a show, like if it was
Yeah.
the show
Yeah.
for you to do, would you want to be on a show where it was your show?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
or
I'd
would
like
you
that.
want to be on like a show where you're one of like a Friends type
No,
show?
I want it to be my show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you want to do on the show?
What would you want to be
Well, I
on?
want it to be sort of based around, my real life, like stand-up stuff,
Oh, I love
my
that.
real stories. Yeah, but not like have it be like. I have like a concept of it.
It'll be
right
called
now.
Rhodes.
I hate
That's my
Erica. It'll be
Seinfeld.
called I Hate Erica.
I hate Erica.
We love Erica.
Everybody hates Erica Seinfeld.
Bow, 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 bow. I love it.
Yeah.
I think that would be so fucking great.
Well, if anyone here wants to make it,
Yeah,
you know, I'm-
if the president of show business is listening,
yeah, if anyone
The
with
president
money
of show
is like,
business?
Yeah.
I need to put money into something.
So
You'd
Donald
be very
Trump?
surprised who listens to this podcast.
You actually would.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
You just got-
every,
It's pretty big
you just
one,
got a
right?
text from Ethan Suplee saying he was listening to the show.
Wow.
Yeah, you know him from
No.
American History
I
X.
just said wow.
I know.
He was on My Name Is Earl. He was the brother
Oh, wait.
Oh,
in
wow.
American History X.
I'm friends with someone who was one of the producers of My Name Is
Yeah,
Earl.
so he his
the
friend was on the
guy's
show and he texted Glickman. He's like, "Hey, I just was listening to my buddy Henry Zabrowski on your show." And it was like,
Aw.
Wow.
I'm like, "What do you listen to our podcast for? That's weird."
Well,
pretty
because his
nice.
friend was on the show.
Yeah.
That's why.
So you're
Not that the
I mean,
podcast is
yeah,
good
no,
and that
no.
he likes it.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
his
it
friend.
Oh,
was not to, burst the bubble.
No, I know.
So whose friends are
Just
going to listen to the
kidding.
show?
Huh?
Which of your friends are going to listen to the show for you?
I don't know. I have some weird fans that will probably listen.
Do you have weird like stalker fans?
Yeah.
They're creepy.
I have kind of
Oh.
creepy.
I
They're not
imagine you
creepy.
do.
They're very sweet. I have sweet, awkward fans.
So like
Uh-huh.
they break into your house and like leave bath lotions. and
Yeah, they break in my house
Sure.
and leave. Yeah, exactly.
Decorative soaps, things like that.
Candles.
Yeah, they're sweet. They're harmless. I hope.
Do you do like
Not
conventions or anything? Like,
No.
do you get like? I was
For
wondering, like,
what?
is there like an NPR convention circuit? Like there's
No.
Comic-Con, but like for
Not that I know of.
okay.
I actually had a question about a Prairie Home Companion.
Yeah?
Like,
Here we go.
it's the sequel to Little House on the Prairie, right? So like,
No.
how long?
No,
No.
no, it's not.
You're
It's
joking,
like
right?
Wobegon Tales.
How old are you? 22?
I'm like 12.
Yeah.
You're like 12.
No, when
Robbie's
I
our
heard that-
conscience.
Yeah, so we're around the same age.
When
Yeah.
I heard that show, I literally thought it was like the sequel.
No.
To
No.
Little House
No,
on
it's
the
nothing
No.
to do with it at all.
It's Garrison Keillor talking about a
like
fictional town.
Woebegone days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so something I want to talk about real quick before we continue is sex. You know, having the sex.
It's a positive thing.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, I know you're out there. You're having the sex, right? Which is good for you. Good job, pal. And Glazer, you've been with your girlfriend for what? How many years?
8 years now, and it's like still real fun. Like we have
That's-
a great time.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so wonderful. So it doesn't really matter if you're just starting out or with someone, or if you've been in it for a while. Sometimes you gotta spice things up. Sometimes you
have
gotta
to.
add a little spice to it. Add a little spice to it. I mean, and if you've been fantasizing about surprising your lover with an adventurous new toy or adult film, well, then I have the offer for you. You're gonna love it. You can't resist. Go to adamandeve.com, and for a limited time only, you get 50% off just about any item in the entire damn website.
That's fun.
It's unbelievable. Okay, and that's not all. Oh, no. Check this out. When you select your one item at 50% off, you're also going to get 3 free adult DVDs. That's right. Three free DVDs. Also, you can use that for inspiration. Also, a free extra sensual gift. I can't even talk about.
I'm
on this
sold. So
podcast.
how do I take
No,
advantage
hang
of this
on a
offer?
second.
There's
to top
more?
it all off. To top it all off, free shipping.
Whoa.
Oh,
No,
nice.
this is no
All right,
joke.
now I'm definitely in. What do I have to do
here's
to
you go.
get this
So
deal?
check out adamandeve.com today for a special offer. Get 50% off one item when you use the code TNTS, as in the nighttime show.
Nice.
TNTS for offer code upon your checkout. And when you do, you're going to get 3 DVDs. You're going to get free extra gift. What? And you're going to get some free shipping. So just use offer code TNTS at adamandeve.com. That's TNTS, as in the nighttime show. TNTS at adamandeve.com. All right, let's get back into this. Hey, you know
Yeah.
what? You know what time it is? It's that special time where we play our favorite game on the show.
Ooh.
Yep.
What's the game?
It's a game, and Glazer, you can sing along for this.
Why isn't Glazer talking at all?
He's
Just a low key guy.
he's just low key today. So stay with me, Glazer. We're gonna sing a little song together.
Okay.
It's a game we love to play called "Did It Happen to Robbie?" Ready?
yeah.
3, 2, 1. Did it happen to Robbie? Did it really happen? One of these things happened, and we're not sure which one it is. Did it happen to Robbie?
Okay, one of you has musical talent and the other...
Less.
Did you
Not
know
as
that
much.
the Tony
I
Awards
won't say
nominations were
names.
announced this morning?
Oh, wow.
Just-
Was
that's
I,
just-
was
that's
I
what reminded me.
nominated?
Don't say names.
All right,
I mean
Erica Rhodes,
Yes.
you have to answer which one of these things happened to Robbie. Are you
Okay.
ready? You
I'm
have to
ready.
weigh in.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Okay.
Did it happen to Robbie? Number 1. Robbie. Okay, we'll say A. A. Did it happen to Robbie? A. Robbie drank another boy's urine in middle school for $100.
Ew.
B. Did Robbie get sent home from school for masturbating in public during a school assembly? Or C. Did Robbie break his own arm to try to get liposuction surgery? Was it A, B, or C? One
Can
of
I
these
guess all of
things.
the above? Because they
No,
all sound totally legit.
no! Shut up! It's Erica's turn.
Oh, boy, these are horrible.
Did it happen to Robbie?
Jeez. So one of them's not right?
One of them, only one of them's true. Only one of them is
thank
true.
God. The second one is true.
Second one is true. Robbie got sent home from school for masturbating in public during a school assembly. Is that one true?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Robbie, tell us the story. What happened?
Okay, it wasn't exactly masturbating, but that's what I got sent home for.
Okay.
So in middle school, I didn't like wearing underwear at all, ever. So I wouldn't wear it. And it was hard enough to get me to go to school that my mom, who was single mom, was like, fuck it, you don't have to wear underwear at all.
Do you wear underwear now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
It's
have to
annoying.
wear. Why would you have to wear under? Who cares?
Exactly. That's
That has
why.
nothing to do with your education.
I just feel more comfortable knowing there's 2 layers between us than just one.
That's
Like,
that's
just-
a good point. That is a good point.
Well, like, so there was a school assembly, and my main way of getting through school was sleeping. And I fell asleep during the school assembly, and of course, when you're like, 10, 11 years old, you have wet dreams and shit. And the zipper on my jeans had fallen down while I was sleeping.
Aw.
So did you get like morning wood, but in the afternoon because you were sleeping?
Yeah, so I was like, while I was sleeping, like my dick was sticking out,
Oh no!
and it was a wet dream. So like there was glossy stuff all over.
No!
Ew.
Jesus
And it's
Christ!
While I'm sleeping, and I just wake up to this huge shriek, like, "Ew, Robbie, that's disgusting!" And it's during this whole assembly.
She wasn't
Oh,
wrong.
no.
So
pretty
this
fucking
girl's
bad,
screaming, and everybody looks at me, and I'm just sitting there with my dick out, and I'm looking around like, what the fuck is going on?
And you're hard.
Yeah, it's just a wet dream. And so I have to go to the principal's office, of course, and they're like, Robbie, why did you decide to jerk off in the middle of an assembly?
Oh dear.
So,
Well,
yeah.
you
What
understand
did
why
you
they
say?
think that's what you were doing.
Can't. Oh my god!
Well, it's hard to, like, I was
The worst
asleep.
part of the story is this only happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
He got
What
sent
did
home
you-
from the Nighttime Show podcast.
So what did you say to defend yourself?
I told him I was asleep. I was like, oh, yeah, you were asleep. Yeah.
Yeah, you were sleep masturbating.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sleep
Sleeping,
masturbating. Oh, Robbie.
Poor
I'm not
little
sure I
guy.
believe that excuse. I
I'm
think
just
you were
glad
jerking
the
off.
other 2 things weren't true. Phew.
Oh.
Let's just
I don't-
all
I-
be grateful.
I kind of thought the
Yeah.
breaking his arm to get lipo was.
Yeah, that's
less-
painful.
I think that's less awful.
Really?
know.
Yeah.
No, the other 2 are.
It's more
horrible.
pathetic, but it's less awful.
No,
I
that's
think
horrible.
all fat guys at some point have just thought, what do I got to do to make this happen?
But like,
Fall down
if
a
you
flight
break
of
your arm, would you
stairs?
get lipo? Is like it a thing?
Well, I just thought, like,
What does
oh,
that
I'd
have
have to go to the emergency room. They could just do that while they were there.
Sure. Of
Yeah,
course.
Sure,
Yeah.
just while you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, dear
I was-
God.
I don't know. Is
Like-
that how it worked for you, Stephen, when you got lipo? Is that how it
That's
happened?
exactly how it works. Absolutely. No, I've thought about it. But you know what though? A friend of mine's mother got liposuction and she fucking died on the table.
Ooh.
And she was
What?
perfectly healthy.
No.
That happened to. There was like.
It's very dangerous.
There was a big athlete
It's
whose
actually
mom
a very
died.
dangerous
It is?
surgery.
That's
yeah.
awful.
Yeah, there was,
not
uh,
worth it.
No, not at all.
No.
It
You
was
say
like,
that because you're
like a basketball
skinny.
player, like his mom died.
No, but
You're skinny. You can't make that. It's quality of life.
But there's something about it though.
there's
some-
other ways to, there's other ways to lose weight than to get it surgically.
Absolutely.
Right?
And the worst part is then I've seen guys that have gotten it and then they have to their skin is all
Yeah,
loose.
no,
It's saggy.
it's better to
Yeah,
do it the
no.
hard way than
just work out
just
and
figure
go to the
it-
gym and-
Yeah.
Oh, it was Kanye West's mom. That's who it happened to.
Oh
Jesus
shit!
Christ.
And he's got all the money in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not
Doesn't
worth
matter.
it. Not
All of it
worth
in the
it.
world doesn't
No.
save you from bad liposuction
No,
surgery.
don't do it.
Yeah. So on that note.
So when can we schedule surgery for you, Stephen?
Oh, absolutely. Real nice. Real nice, Matt. Matt and me have been friends for how many years?
13 years.
Wow.
13 years.
13 long years.
Jesus Christ.
13 years
How did
of
you
insult.
meet?
We burn each other.
I
We
made him
burn each
cry.
other out too. He made me cry.
I did.
For when?
Well, yeah, when we first met.
Why?
Well,
I was doing stand-up. I used to host a show at the Canoga Park Bowling Alley in Canoga Park, California.
remember that
when I was
spot.
brand new, right?
Yeah.
very prestigious show.
So I
Yeah,
hosted
I've
there,
I've done shows there.
and that's when Steven started doing stand-up. I was like a year in, and he was just starting out. And then he came by. Do you remember Fat James when he was around? James Price, Fat James?
No.
James Price was supposed to be doing a spot there that night, and he wasn't
His name
there.
was Fat James.
Yeah,
That's
everybody
what
called him Fat
called
James. Like, that's what his
Okay.
stage name.
Yeah.
He was like two of me across. He was a
Whoa.
huge
Big guy.
fucking guy.
What happened to him?
He's
he-
dead now.
He died.
he,
Yeah.
he did die.
Oh my god.
He died of being fat.
So now
Yeah.
he's
Not
dead, James.
from liposuction.
No.
No, he did not get liposuction. He got a tumor. Is what happened.
Oh
It was
Yeah,
bad.
It was bad.
It's very sad. So he was supposed to do a spot, and he wasn't there yet. And I looked around the back room where all the comics were, and I was like, "Hey, is Fat James here? Everybody seen Fat James?" And everyone's like, "No, he's not here." And it's like, "Oh, it's okay. We got Fat Steve. It'll be all right."
And I went. I'm gonna pass on the spot. And I went out to my car. I just cried in my car, and I texted him, and I said, I was 25 years old when this happened, and I texted him, and I said, I know that you didn't mean it, but if you could please not call me fat, it really hurts my feelings. And he wrote back and was like, feelings? You're not allowed.
Then what I did was I got on stage, and I read his text message to the crowd.
Oh my God!
Then I called him.
Yep.
And I said to him, I said, Steven.
You bully.
I said, Steven, you're talking about feelings? You're a comic. You don't get to have feelings anymore.
100% true.
And then we became best friends.
And we've been best friends ever since.
Yeah.
Because, it really 100% true. When he said that to me and was like, you're a comedian, you don't get to have feelings. He was the first person to call me a comedian.
I was going to say it's because he called you a comedian.
Yeah, it's true. I was like, oh, you're right.
I'm a comedian.
I am a comedian. I don't have to. I don't have to do that. I guess I don't have to feel bad if somebody does that.
Yeah.
And I've gotten like now I'm like a fucking brick house. I got
no feelings.
Iron feelings.
Now we do this thing
So
where
I
I
was
make fun of him and he puts up with it.
Well, I was at the fucking Comedy Store the other night with the head of Mel Brooks's company. And him and me were staying and talking together, and Tony Hinchcliffe comes up, and we start talking, and he starts roasting me in front of this guy, and the guy was like kind of put off by it because he was just doing his thing. Like Tony's very funny.
That's what he does.
But he was doing his thing where he was just kind of like saying, making his roast jokes. And the thing is, we've had Tony on our live show, and he's roasted me live on the show and fucking kills, and it's very funny.
Yeah.
But he's doing it there, and this guy was kind of like put off by it, and I was like, no, it's cool. This is what we do. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
He gives me shit for it, and it's fine. And it was weird because then we went in to go watch the show, and it was like he was on stage, and you could tell like this guy was still kind of feeling defensive, and I was like, no, like we're buddies. Like that's how comedians
that's how
are.
comics bond.
We bond over giving each other shit.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I love
Yeah.
Robbie. He is
Yeah.
hands down one of the sweetest guys I know in town, but also at the same time one of the worst announcers. But I love how bad he is. If it wasn't as bad as it is when he does it, it wouldn't be funny. Like it's only funny because it's that
And
that
you're
ridiculous.
the first person to call him an announcer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
now,
Robbie's feeling.
BFFs.
But like
friends.
like when you do something, I think it's got to be one way or the other. It can't be the middle ground. Middle ground is fucking boring.
Yeah.
Either you're fucking really either a movie has to be really fucking good or it has to
Really
be
bad.
so bad that it's good. Like it's one of the two.
Yeah.
You
Black
know?
Dick sounds like the best fucking bad movie.
Yeah, it's the worst bad movie.
Is it available on DVD? Because I will.
Is it on the internet?
The worst thing about it is I don't even think it's really a movie. It's like a web thing. You know, like
Yeah.
he made a little YouTube video. That's
Okay.
all.
So if you go on YouTube, you can search for Black
I
Dick.
really hope not. You know, I have not tried. I haven't even tried to look for it.
Erica, are you a drinking woman? Do you drink at all?
I drink, but I'm not. Yeah, I don't drink that much. I'm pretty moderate about my drinking.
Well,
I'm not an alcoholic.
I know. I get that. I
Yeah.
get
I'm afraid for what the
But
ads I'm
once
going
in
to
a
see
while
are
I
going to be
enjoy-
now that I'm searching for Black Dick
yeah,
on the
see,
internet.
you don't want that on your browser.
I
Yeah,
just want
that's
to
gonna
say, Erica,
Yeah.
you're a cute white girl. If you wanted to go find Black Dick, I'm sure there's plenty of it.
I think you're right.
Absolutely.
I've never really thought about that before, but
Have you? Do you subscribe to any of marijuana type things? Are you?
it is on the entry. Wow, he found Black Dick.
found
Okay,
it?
it's
He
right
found
there.
Black Dick.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to find
I
Black
do
Dick
a
in this
really
town.
good orgasm in it.
okay.
I do. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm definitely going to
Yeah,
watch it.
Honestly,
100% I will watch
I'm really
that.
good at acting.
Don't be creepy about it, Matt.
I said I'm going to watch her work. What do you want from me?
You said it like
creepy?
wide-eyed and hungry.
I can't wait to watch it. That's the way your face looks.
There's like one.
I can't
there's
wait
only
to be like
one
Robbie
spot
at an
in it,
assembly and
whereas
watch your movie.
There's only one
Like
spot
fall
with
asleep
me
with an
in it.
erection.
Now I want to find it.
Do you smoke marijuana? Are you a
No,
marijuana
it doesn't
person?
work on me.
Why not?
I
What
don't-
happens?
It just makes me tired and depressed. That's
Oh.
it. Yeah.
Well, recently,
depressing,
one
yeah.
of our dearest friends, our fellow here, Mike Glazer, got to smoke marijuana on the TV show that he does on BuzzFeed. I think it's a type of show.
Pretty good.
It's a
hit
big show.
series
What's
for
the name
him.
of the show called?
Hi Guys.
Hi Guys. And on the show, who did you get to meet?
A monkey named Dexter in a diaper. And they surprised
Fuck you.
us. It was
that
amazing.
must have been insane.
It was unbelievable.
Did you
What?
know
A
that?
monkey?
Tell her
so,
the story.
Okay, so this is
Okay.
what we do: is they tell us, they're like, "Hey, Glazer, show up as stoned as you can be." And I'm like, "Very easy to do. Already am."
You'll just show up stoned.
I like to, just because
Do they
that's how
send
I
a
already
car
am.
to take you
Yeah,
there?
yeah, oh yeah. I get to Uber everywhere.
Mike likes to be prepared.
He's a Boy Scout
If
like
we want to
that.
get into acting techniques
Yeah,
later,
your method.
I'm super method.
Got it.
And they were like, "Hey, you're just gonna come in and we're gonna tell you some things to draw based on like kids' ideas." And I'm like, "All right, it sounds lame, but I don't mind." But then what they don't tell you is it's a whole setup, and then they walk in with a man and he has a monkey on his shoulder, and I just spent all afternoon playing with a spider monkey and eating a banana split with it.
Holy
It
shit!
was
You had a banana
amazing.
split?
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
and
and a
you
monkey.
taught the
It was
monkey-
amazing.
You-
yes.
You taught the monkey to use a spoon.
Yeah, I taught it how to use a
I
spoon.
like monkeys.
It was they're so sweet.
They're pretty
To
cool.
use a spoon to do heroin? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, like it like midway through the second act, it takes this weird turn, and then we're in an alley.
Sure.
And, yeah.
Wait,
Did
so
the
where
monkey
can
get
we
high?
see this?
Yeah, where can you watch it?
Oh man, YouTube, BuzzFeed Blue, and then there's a whole series called Hi Guys.
Well, I also saw another one where he got to eat stuff off the secret Taco Bell menu,
Yeah, it's a-
which I didn't know was an
Wow.
actual thing.
So this is
It's
like
great.
a job?
I have an odd, like we all have
Like
odd
a
lives. I feel
perfect
like
job.
in this room.
yeah, this is a.
Do you guys all smoke
right?
pot?
I don't
No.
very often. Maybe
I don't.
I'd say once every 2 months, every 3 months, maybe.
I used to think, maybe now I'll enjoy it, and I would try. Like a year would go by, never try, and try again. Nope, doesn't work.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it the people you're with? Because I feel like
No,
you,
it's
if
my
you have a,
it's my brain chemistry. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I'm prone to depression, and that just makes me more depressed.
There seems to be a weird thing, especially in this business, where people like to evangelize doing pot. Like people are always like trying to get other people like, "Oh, you don't smoke pot? You should smoke pot with me. It's gonna be like maybe this time."
Yeah,
I'm just like,
no.
who cares if you
not
do
a-
something or not? Like I don't
Look,
care.
I mean, I didn't smoke pot for like I don't know, 6 months to a year, and then my girlfriend was in. She went to India, and she went with another girl. The two of them, they were shooting a documentary on acid attack victims in India.
Oh my
and
God.
as they were,
it's very funny.
yeah, as they were arriving in India, the other girl fucked up and got deported. And so my girlfriend had to go into India alone
Oh,
with a
shit.
camera crew and
Oh,
like by
shit.
herself with her, just her and a bunch of cameras.
And you have so much anxiety as it is.
I was already nervous about her being
Yeah.
overseas, and then knowing that she was by herself, I was so upset.
Yeah,
and so
you need
I
something.
started smoking weed while she was gone, and, without her knowing. And the first time I smoked weed, in like a year or year and a half or whatever, I smoked it alone, sitting in my living room. Smoked some. I ate some crackers, and then I was like, I'm gonna take a nap. And I went to sleep at around 8 o'clock at night. I woke up the next day at 4 p.m.
See? That's all it
4
does.
p.m. And I was like, I've never felt this relaxed in my entire life. I mean, it
Yeah.
put me.
That's all it does to me. Is
bed.
You
it
time
puts me-
traveled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you feel like I feel like then I lose the next day. Like I'm like groggy.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it all the time. I mean, I
Yeah.
I couldn't do it all.
I got
I'd
too much
rather
stuff to
take
do.
Xanax.
You abuse Xanax?
I probably would
Like
if I
crush
had a
it up.
prescription.
Do you snort it? Is that what you do, Erica?
Do
Oh,
people
shit.
snort Xanax?
They do,
They do.
yes.
No, don't do that, Erica. No.
She's doing it right now on the air.
No, Erica, put
Put
it
the
away.
razor blade away. Yeah.
Put it away, Erica. What about cartoons? Have you ever done any cartoons?
Cartoons are a
Yeah,
drug?
I audition
Yeah, they
for
are.
them regularly.
You're
You have a great
such-
voice.
I
can
really
imagine.
Great
should
voice.
be on one. I got really close to booking one last year, and
What-
I didn't
what
get
was
it.
it?
I got like pinned or whatever.
Put on a
I
veil
went
or
to
something.
like a
or-
name person.
Yeah.
And it had to do a Long Island accent, and I thought it was like the funny. Like I was like, "There's no way I can do this." And then I went and and the whole thing was like, if I want some arugula on my salad, I like to order the pear salad with some arugula. The whole thing was like about
Yeah.
salads for some reason.
Yeah.
I really nailed it. You
Fuck,
know,
that's
somehow
so
I really
awesome.
could do in a Long Island accent. I never knew I could do it.
Salad cartoons are
yeah.
hot
I
right now.
really
dude.
do it.
Yeah,
got
you
the
have
fire.
Kinda
such a
fun.
great voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
I have no doubt that someone's gonna pick you up, and whether it's live action or it's.
I
or
really
it's
think that
animated.
cartoons are very hard to book because I mean I really do
Yeah.
audition all the time for them, and
you know
I'm
what?
also really good at playing like kids, you know.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Well,
Well, like
really high.
I just
I'm
talked to,
very immature, like a child.
Yeah,
so
yeah, me
it's-
too.
I just talked to Tara Strong the other day. Do you know her?
Yeah,
She's like a
She's been in
voiceover
everything.
legend.
yeah. See, it's a
She's
very
on
tight
5 shows right now. Five
Yeah.
animated shows.
I mean, she was.
See, that's what happens. Is like they're all. It's a very. I think that's harder to break into than anything because
Yeah.
they're like
because you
they
can do a
all-
bunch of shows at the same time. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and they. I think they protect each other. You know, it's kind of like.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of money
Well,
in
she
the
said-
voiceover world.
She said that her one of the guys that's on this DC show. It's his. She asked him what he's been up to, and he said, 300. I've auditioned for 300 projects. This is one in 300.
Wow.
In voiceover.
Really?
100%. And I mean, if you put it to the numbers, I mean,
Wow.
I've been at my voiceover agent for 8 years.
Oh my god!
And I booked I booked like a job early when we got
Yeah.
together. I've been pinned a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's what.
I've been flown up to do like a 1-day thing
At
maybe
Pixar.
here or there at Pixar.
Yeah.
But then Storks was like my first big
that just
job.
came out, right? Or that
yeah,
just,
that was back
fall.
in
that's
September,
awesome.
and now it's
Congrats
DVD.
on that. That's really cool.
I just found out yesterday
what
that
do you play in it again?
I play 4 roles in it, but I
Whoa.
play the pigeon, who's like the bro out, like super bro pigeon.
oh, that's funny. I could
And then-
totally see you doing that.
And
yeah.
then I do like a New York like polar bear.
Oh, that's good too.
And then I do,
Yeah, that's like the Long Island thing.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
Long
yeah.
Island.
I
yeah.
was doing like a Joey Diaz impression, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
But then I do like a Mexican, like a
Wow.
Hispanic monkey character who's like
Who kind of like just talk like this? a
Oh
little
my God,
bit,
you're
like,
really good.
Sound like a fucking.
Oh
like,
wow,
like
you're
one of
really
those guys.
good.
And then I'm also the rabbit in the movie, and he has one line which is it's me doing Tracy Morgan. It's just doing like, that dude is crazy. Who is that guy? I don't know who that is.
And remember
That's it.
earlier when you were like, one of you has musical talent and one of you doesn't, and I
Yeah.
assumed you thought I could sing.
Uh huh. You did?
Actually,
Oh,
he sings.
that's
as
true.
well.
Yeah.
I sang in the
that
movie
was-
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh
that
yeah,
was-
that's right. You sing
Yeah, I
the
sang.
heavy
You're a
song.
drummer?
Yeah.
Is that why you're holding a drumstick?
Just trying to look rad.
Oh, okay.
You're so funny. I love it.
Yeah, I think
love it.
voiceover is like the best job in the world. You just show up in your pajamas.
Yeah.
do a bu-
I wore a tuxedo
Yeah.
every day. I don't know what you're talking about. I literally
I'm
dressed up.
also.
with a cummerbund.
I actually am working on something with Dr. Katz. You remember Dr. Katz?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Fuck
Jonathan
yeah.
Katz.
Are you
so
serious?
I am working with him. I'm playing Laura Laura Silverman played the secretary.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
playing her sister in the audio. They're doing an audio remake.
Okay.
I hope I'm allowed to talk about this. Like they're doing not the, there's no visual because they can't get the rights for that, but Audible is doing
Oh, like an audio book
audio
series?
version of Dr. Katz, and I ended up playing Laura Silverman's
Is he,
sister, so I'll
That's
call in and we'll
awesome.
have.
Is he
little-
doing a lot of stand up these days, or do you know
No,
anything
he's in
about
Boston.
that? Okay.
But yeah, he
Did
Do you fly
meet
back
him?
there to record that, or
no,
is
we
he,
do it over the phone.
Ah.
So I just messed it up recently because I'm supposed to use my headphones to record it into my iPhone, and I forgot to use the headphones, so now their voices are in it, and I can't, so I have to re-record it. Anyway, long story, but yeah, I guess that's a voiceover thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's huge. Those
Yeah,
guys
that's
are amazing.
Great name.
Yeah, I love Jonathan Katz. We're from like the same hometown, and he's so nice, and yeah.
Can you tell him about my shirt next time you talk to him?
Yeah. If you want to make another enemy,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just
Why
like
are you
that.
trying to make enemies,
yeah,
Matt?
what's going on?
Can you tell him to listen to the podcast?
Self-sabotaging. What?
Tell him to listen to the podcast.
I will. I did
Do
his
it.
podcast too. He has a podcast. I did his podcast too. I played his assistant on his podcast.
Yeah.
So I did a bunch of stuff with him.
Can you text him like right now and tell him?
Sure.
Matt
Hey,
is
Dr.
one of those
Katz.
guys who really pushes. He really is a button pusher.
I am.
I
I
can
love
tell
pushing
that
buttons.
about him.
I do.
can tell that about him. He lit up when you talked about how he made you cry.
Absolutely.
That's how you can tell. So a slight
fond memory.
sociopathic
Yeah.
thing
A
little
going
bit.
on over
Maybe
there.
a little bit. Maybe a little
A little
bit.
bit. I like pushing buttons.
Lit up. He just when you said he made you cry, he was like, yeah.
I'm both a bad person and a very good person.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I'm both.
I don't
Yeah.
know how it's possible, but it
But
is
it
possible.
is.
Yeah.
It's real.
I can
I'm
tell.
I'm awful at times, but then I'm like the nicest person
I'm
in the
the
world.
same
other
way. I
times.
seem really nice, but on the inside, I'm like really evil.
Just a terrible
Yeah.
person. I can see
sure.
that. I can sense it.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Takes one to know.
Exactly. I can tell.
Hey, you bet.
We could raise a lot of mischief in this town.
Oh
So-
yeah, let's just.
Glazer's got something.
I just had I just wanted to ask a question, just because I really
Yeah.
like the show that you were on
Which
a lot.
one?
I just want to know how it worked. At midnight, I just think it's a blast, and it's so
yeah.
like easy and
Have
fun.
you done it?
I've gone to a taping, but I haven't been there for a day, so I just wanted to hear a little bit more about your experience
Oh,
with
thanks.
it. Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah, it was really fun. I did 3 of them, and I've never won.
How long
so
ago
that,
was
you
it?
know, I feel a little like a loser, because I'm like,
When did you do it?
I've done it like every 6 months for the past 2 years or something.
So awesome.
Okay.
I guess, or a year and a half, because
Yeah.
I've only done it 3 times.
That's so cool.
Math is not your strong point.
No,
Oh,
never,
for
never
God's
bragging about
sake.
that. Never bragging about that. You can roast me all you want.
Math is my strong point.
Math is the worst thing I have in my repertoire.
Even I relate to Robbie too, because he said, "Can I say this out loud?" What you
Please.
told me
Yeah.
before, where you said you had an internship, and I said, "How was it?" And you go, "I'm not good at jobs." And I said, and
fucking
I'm the same
hilarious.
way. I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. I totally relate to that.
Yeah.
I've gotten fired from any job I've ever had.
How many times have you been fired?
Oh, many.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing that
Any
you ever
waitress
did?
job
Like,
I
what's
ever had, I got fired.
what's
from.
your worst screw up at a job?
Oh boy, that's a good question. Because boy, did I have when I tried those jobs, it was bad at everything.
Because Steven's been fired
everything.
30 times.
What? From
Maybe-
what
maybe
kind
more.
of job?
And then
Maybe more.
he got. He's probably partially responsible for the Sharper Image going bankrupt. We think.
That's very true. No,
what
it
did you
is.
do?
I'm responsible for a lot of companies going bankrupt.
Basically.
I'm not. That's not true. But I know Sharper Image is.
What did you do for them?
I worked at one of the stores. I worked
Uh-huh.
at the store, and Radio Shack. When you go to Radio Shack,
Yeah, are they still alive?
There's like 2 of them left.
Yeah, they're like closing
No,
up the
there's
last
one.
of them.
There's one on this block.
Yeah, they're not.
at
There's like a
Genghis.
few of them that are still
Yeah, there's
open
one
for a
right
little
next
while.
door,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're going under.
They're
Yeah.
Who's gonna leave first, American Apparel or Radio Shack?
I think American
American
Apparel.
Apparel's going
They're
first.
gone.
Yeah, they're already gone.
Like there's still old people around.
When you
Yeah.
go to a Radio Shack and you go to buy something,
Batteries.
what do they say to you when you
I
get
don't
it to
know.
the
I don't
counter?
go into a Radio Shack. What do you take me for?
They always say the same thing. They go,
Oh.
"Can we have your phone number, please?" And then you give them a phone number,
Oh.
and then they put it in,
And then they ask you for
Yeah.
your address.
and then they ask you for your address. Because that way they can send you mailers
Yeah,
and
who
things
falls
like
for
this.
that shit?
They just
Am I allowed
do.
to say shit on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say whatever you
Wait,
want.
we've talked about black dick enough on this
Oh,
podcast.
that's
You can
true.
say
You can say
shit at
anything.
this
You
point.
never know.
Yeah.
You
There's
never
a
know.
line though.
Yeah, there's a line.
And you crossed it.
Wait, not me.
You
I
crossed
was
it.
gonna look up just the orgasm part of the thing, but yeah,
Oh,
go on.
yeah, let's
No,
let's
no,
do
No,
it.
go
By all
on.
means,
Go
no.
on.
I
So
guess
what
long-
did you do?
long
So
story
you got
short-
someone's number and then you followed them home?
No, so I worked there. I worked at Sharper Image, and I said it's against the law in the state of California to require someone's phone number to sell them something. It's against the law. It's
I
it's
believe that
part
it
of the,
should be.
the
Yeah.
Privacy Act
Yeah.
in California. Well, they in my training they had said that if you didn't want to sell, if someone didn't want to give a phone number, you hit like the F6 key and you skip that screen. But I didn't pay attention during training, so I would always require people to give me their phone number. And this guy came in and he was like, "I'd like to buy these batteries," and I was like, "Oh, okay. What's your phone number?" And he was like, "I don't want to give you my phone number." And I was like, "Well, you have to give me a phone number, or I can't sell this to you." And he was like, "Are you saying that that you need my phone number to sell me this merchandise?" And I go, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying to you right now.
He's like, you should go into voiceover.
Yeah, exactly. And then he was like, all right, thank you very much. And what's your name? And I was like, Steven. And he was like, okay, great. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. And like walks out and then turned his recorder off and then handed it over to a lawyer and then sued the Sharper Image for millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And
you messed with the wrong guy.
Yep. And so then about a week later, I'm at work and they're like, did you hear the news? The Sharper Image is being sued for millions and millions of dollars. And I was like, for what? And they're like, we don't know. And then the next day they were like, oh my God, it was a California store. It was a California West Coast store.
God.
I'm like, oh my God, a West Coast store. I wonder who's responsible, what store it is. And then the next day they were like, oh my God, it's an LA County store. And then the next day they were like, it's our store. Our store is responsible. And I was like, ew, God. And I was like, well, what happened? They're like, well, it's a California Privacy Act, law that got us sued. And I was like, well, what's that about? They're like, well, you know how when you have to ask people for their phone number, you have to like press this F6 if they don't want. And I was like, oh, yeah, the F6. Oh, shit. And then the next day. Yeah, and then the next day I came in, they're like, it's you. You're responsible for this giant $1 million lawsuit. The company's already in trouble, like financially. You're going to push it over the edge.
Oh,
if it goes through, you have to go to court. You have to take responsibility for this.
Oh, my
and
God.
you have to do all this stuff. And for work-wise, they were like, I know you have, you were going to take your sister's birthday off. Well, you're not taking that off. You're going to work inventory. You're going to work New Year's. You're going to work Christmas. You're
Why
going to work
didn't they
through
just
the holidays,
fire you?
Thanksgiving. Because if they fire me, then I wouldn't. They wouldn't be able to push me around, and
can't
they
you
need
quit?
me to go to court.
And
I was like, well, couldn't I just quit?
Yeah.
And the boss was like, well, no. I mean, if you quit, you're fucking all of us. And I was like,
I quit.
So I quit, and I'm gonna go. And they're like, if you can't do this to us. And I fucking walked out of, and they were a bunch of assholes, anyways. And I fucking quit, and that store was out of business less than 6 months later.
Yeah,
their business was fucking closed. Now it's a hair salon.
What a
and then
great
Sharper
story.
Image lost the
now
lawsuit.
Sharper Image.
What a
is just like,
crazy story.
and now it's just like a licensed brand for like junk that you see on sale at Walgreens. There's like a Sharper Image
I
section.
remember Sharper Image.
And you know what I do now?
They used to sell like back massagers.
Right.
Like the stuff that you see like in the airline mall catalog.
Now
that's
I remember.
Whenever I go to Brookstone, I tell the employees that story, and they thank me.
Do they give you a 15% off discount?
Oh, I get discounts. I've been sent Brookstone and Hammaker Schlemmer have both sent me free things in the mail, free toys and shit, as a thank you for
taking out the competition.
Oh my God, that's amazing!
It's a true story.
Look at you. That's how you put something out of business in just one.
Yeah.
One mistake.
Look at you.
You hire Steven Glickman.
People should hire you to put other companies out of business.
Yeah.
I'll do it. If you're
they'll
listening
hire
right
you
now.
to plant you as an employee at another company.
Yeah.
Like a Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah.
Oh my
Burger
God,
King, if
that's
you're
like
listening.
Brilliant.
Let me know.
Amazing.
He's
I'll
like a
help shut down
Manchurian
McDonald's.
candidate.
See, the worst thing I ever did was I refused to go in as a coat check because it was sunny outside. And I was like, why should I go in as a coat check when it's sunny outside?
Mm-hmm.
And I like put my foot down and they were like, you've really got an attitude problem. And I'm like, I'm not making any money coming in when no one has a coat on.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, I've been on Prairie Home Companion.
Yeah.
God.
It's really
I
arrogant.
don't check coats.
Do you work like a normal day job now?
And then I also lost someone's coat who was a big food critic. It was
No
like
way.
Yeah, it was a fancy restaurant, and I got so It was my first day, and I got so disorganized with the coats, I couldn't organize them, and they all looked the same. It was in New York. They all looked like black, long coats.
Yeah.
Are you saying all black coats look alike?
One.
That is what I'm saying.
Done.
That is.
Well done.
Now I see why you have him here.
You get it. So is that? Did you get fired over that?
No, that was. I ended up staying for a while. I got fired because I didn't show up for when it was sunny out. But it was like a huge food critic. It was like, I think I even remember his name was like Frank Bruni or something. And I was crying. Is that a real name?
Oh, you nailed it. He's enormous.
He is?
Like he's fat
Yeah.
or
No, like
As a
he's
food
so
critic?
important to the food world.
Oh
Absolutely.
my God!
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I cannot believe that. Well,
Yeah,
well done.
I
You
lost.
the
I
coat.
lost the main coat, and I went and hid in the coat room sobbing. And they were like, "Which one it is?" And I'm like, "I don't know. There's so many black coats." Yeah, they didn't fire me yet, but then yeah, later.
And Mike Glazer, by the way, is an expert on the food industry because he
Really?
was on The Worst Cooks in America.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I was on Food Network.
As one of the worst cooks.
I was the third worst. I almost made it to the finals on
I could
Chef
be on
Ann
that
Burrell's
show.
team. Go for it. It's a great time.
Are you a bad cook as well?
Yeah, really bad. Oh, also another restaurant. I didn't recognize Martha Stewart.
Nice.
And I didn't seat her, and I made her wait, and then I made her daughter wait too.
Oh, nice.
And they were like, "You don't know who that is?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah, it's gonna be like a 45-minute wait," and I made her wait at the bar.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's another reason I got fired from a job.
Well, she was in
Awesome.
prison, so it's not like the worst thing you've ever done
Exactly.
to her.
She may have cut you.
The
You
weird
never
thing with
know.
Martha
Yeah.
Stewart is like I want to hate her, but I love two of her cooking shows that she does. I love Martha Stewart's Cooking School and Martha Bakes are both great shows.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, Martha Stewart is a gorgeous woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would, if I was single, she'd be first stop on the list. I don't know if that even makes any sense.
First stop.
I don't know what that
Yeah,
even
if I
means.
had a list and I was trying to sleep
so
with the
there's
with the ladies,
the women are all subway stops?
Yeah. What
No.
are you
What
What are you
saying?
taking?
He's gonna take
Yeah,
a
it's a
bus to
train.
bang
Like,
Martha Stewart.
I know I would go and
It's the
I'd-
bang train.
I would ask
Oh,
out.
boy.
I would ask out.
She's the
Martha
first stop
Stewart
on the
a
bang
date.
train.
She's a little old for you. She's like,
Really?
yeah.
60 maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's his thing.
No, but like
Oh, it is.
Oh, I really love old ladies.
he'd bang her and she'd like
daughter
make
was
him
hot.
cake
Her daughter was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or donuts.
All right. Well, listen. On that note, we got to wrap this thing up.
Yes.
But before we do, please tell us where
If you're a
people
weird,
can,
creepy stalker guy
Yeah.
who wants to follow Erica
Yeah.
Rhodes,
Yeah,
how do
where
you do
can
that?
you
Don't
find-
encourage them, but
Where
yeah.
can they find you?
Well, I'm all over the internet.
Oh, on the internet.
Yeah, you just Google me and there I am.
And
Yeah.
by the way, if you Google Black Dick Erica Rhodes,
Oh
it comes
my
right up
God.
on YouTube.
Stop that!
We
Right on
flubbed
YouTube.
that way too much. We need to erase anything with that reference. I love how I got punished for saying I don't want to go on and on about PRAIRIE Companion. You guys totally
something else.
punished
Just brought
Something
up
else.
everything
me.
else.
Punished me.
Oh, well, we love you.
Yeah.
We really
It's a
do
lot of
love
fun.
you.
Love
You're
you
wonderful,
too.
wonderful person.
You
And I'm
are
sure,
too.
I'm
Oh,
sure
thanks,
once we
sweetie.
see it, we'll love Black Dick too.
Well, Robbie does
Well,
love
we
Black
know
Dick.
you
Robbie,
do.
yeah,
We know
Robbie
you
loves
do.
I
Black
know, but
Dick.
I want to get other people to love it.
A little too much.
I don't think you have to. I don't think it needs a publicist. I
What's
think
your
people tend to like
Twitter
Black.
and Instagram and stuff like that, Erica?
Oh,
Where can people
at Erica Rhodes. Instagram's Erica Rhodes 22.
Yes.
Erica Rhodes on Facebook. EricaRhodesComedy.com is my website that I need to update more. And yeah,
Nice.
that's it.
Yeah.
What about you, Glaze? Where can people get you, Mike Glazer?
Go on YouTube. Go on BuzzFeed Blue. Watch the series Hi Guys. I smoke with Snoop.
Wow.
Met a Sloth. And then follow me at Glazer Boo-hoo-hoo on all that shit.
I love it. I
Wow,
love it.
he's
What
really
about-
good at plugging. That was like a really good.
He's
Yeah.
so good. He's so chill.
Yeah.
all the
Are you
time.
always on this show? Sometimes.
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering why he's so like, I don't need this.
He's got BuzzFeed money coming in.
Yeah, he's like, I'll talk if I want to. Not in the mood.
It's fine. What about Matt? Where can people get you?
You can find links to everything at funnymatt.com, or Erica, you can go check out mattwalkersucks.com and let me know what you think of my performance
I would
today.
love
That's
to see
a
that.
real website where people tell him what a big piece of shit he is. And Robbie, what about you? Where
That's
can people
great.
get you?
You can find me at RobbieCarlisle.com.
How do you spell that?
Carlisle, CarlYsle. And you can check out my Daily Show style show, anti-social media on YouTube.
And
Nice.
if they want to get
Good
a
title.
where can they do that?
Oh, I can't. Oh, no, you got to cut that.
Why?
Because I got a C&D from you have to cut that.
Really?
Yeah.
You
What's a
can't-
C&D?
you-
Cease and desist.
Are you serious?
Really?
They can't do that.
No, fucking, like, I'm serious. You can't put this on there.
Why not?
Because
I'll
I will
bleep
fucking
the
lose
name.
my shit.
I'll
No.
bleep the name.
No. I'm
Can't you
serious.
write campaigns for somebody else?
No, like, Oh, I mean, it's a really big fucking legal issue.
All right.
No, you have to cut all
I'll bleep
that
the name.
shit.
Don't worry.
Okay, don't worry about it.
No. Like, you have to, like, cut, like, all of that, because I don't...
We'll just cut the whole episode.
No,
How's that
just,
sound?
like, all of that involving...
For Christ's sake, Robbie, just shut the fuck
Oh
up.
my
The
God.
name will not be involved, Robbie. Don't worry.
You know, Steven's great at
Good.
getting people fired.
No, like, that's the only thing keeping me in Los Angeles.
All right.
Oh boy!
You can always get me at Stephen Glickman, STEPHEN Glickman on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. If you are in the Los Angeles area, come on down to the nighttime show at the Hollywood Improv. You can check their calendar for dates, or check us out May 27th at the Hollywood Improv. Big show, Maz Jabrani, Helen Hong, amazing special guest. Last month we had Scott Thompson from Kids in the Hall, and lots of wonderful people. The month before was TJ Miller. Of course, we give you guys, because it's Memorial Day, such a rad thing, you're going to freaking love it, 100 Fireball whiskey shots going out to the audience. First 100 people through the door are going to get Fireball whiskey shots and merch. It's going to be a big, big night. Do not miss it. Don't forget to subscribe to the Nighttime Show podcast and leave comments and reviews and share it with your friends. Erica, we fucking adore you.
I adore you back.
And I love Boston, so fuck
Yeah,
that.
thank you. Can we change that shirt now?
Anytime we can.
No.
Thanks a lot for coming to do the show. We'll talk to you soon.
Destined to